Crypto scams. Maybe you've already fallen victim to a crypto scam, or maybe you're just trying to figure out how to avoid them, or maybe you're among the few people who believe that they'll ever fall victim to a crypto scam because you already know all about them and how to avoid them. Well, in this video, I want to show you 5 of the top crypto scams that get most people, and not just beginners, but even more experienced users. And I want to show you how to spot them and ultimately how to avoid them as well, with some real examples for each scam that I show you. I actually found an interesting article today from Cointelegraph, and it says that crypto hackers stole $71 million just in November alone. That's just this month, bringing the yearly total to an estimated $1.48 billion. I think that's a little underestimated, but nonetheless, that's a lot of money. And we are headed into a massive bull run, at least, not financial advice, but I believe we are headed into a massive crypto bull run, and crypto scammers are going to be working as hard as possible to collect as much money as possible. So I think the better prepared we are and the more scams that we're aware of and how to avoid them, the better off we're going to be. So let's get started with the first and probably most common scam, and that is phishing scams. So there's a lot of ways that you can spot phishing scams, and the reason phishing scams are so effective is because they show up in all the most common places. So if you receive any unexpected emails, text messages, or DMs on social media, it's very likely a phishing scam, especially if it has to deal with crypto. And then in those emails, you might notice misspelled words or just poor grammar in general. And maybe like some unsolicited group invites on Telegram or something. And then I have misspelled words again, my bad. But yeah, I will emphasize that. If that's like one of the main things that you'll notice from scammers is a lot of use of lowercase letters, like extra spaces or missing letters in the words. And then the message might contain some kind of urgency, like you need to act now, or something that invokes fear. So I want to show you some real examples of phishing scams. And let me make this a little bigger here. If I can. I guess I can't. But this is a real email that I received this morning. And in the subject line, it says that it was from MetaMask. And it was basically just saying that I need to update my MetaMask wallet and that it was urgent. Otherwise, I could lose access to my crypto. And it could kind of look real at first. But then when you open it, you see that you have the MetaMask logo and verification. But there are some key things to look for, some key red flags. First, if I just hover over the email here, you can see that the email is not actually from MetaMask. It's from some address called info@incomemedia.eu. So obviously, it's not an authentic email. Something else I noticed in this email is right here where it says 30 November. There's a comma after that, which is it's kind of weird. That's not correct. And then there's also a space right after wallet. It's wallet space question mark. And then where the arrow is, that would be the phishing link. That's an arrow to the button that says update your wallet here. And if you know anything about crypto wallets, especially like MetaMask, you're never going to have to actually like go to a website to update the wallet. They can't lock your wallet. They can't freeze your funds on your wallet because you're in full control of your wallet. The only thing that you'll ever have to do with your MetaMask wallet is update the app on your phone or your desktop device. And you do that on your own. You're not going to get an email from someone telling you that you need to update it. And even if you do receive an email from someone and you are curious, like, oh, maybe this is a real concern, maybe I really do need to update something, just go to the app, or if it's a crypto exchange, go to the actual website yourself. Don't click on any links in the email. And they're going to tell you if there's an update required when you visit the website and sign into your own profile. You should never do anything through the email. In fact, in my opinion, you shouldn't even click on these emails. If an email contains some kind of attachment, like maybe an image or some kind of document, you could actually open that email, and depending how it's set up, it could actually download malware directly onto your device. So that's just one example of a phishing email. I do have another one. This is another one I received today, and this one is terrible. Apparently, it's from Coinbase support, but there are just too many red flags here. You see that Coinbase is all spelled out weird. And again, it's not from Coinbase.com. It's from museum something something at t-online.de. And then it has that phishing link again. It says continue to verification. And a few things could happen when you click on these links. So the first one, my guess would be they'll just take you to a website that's going to ask you to enter your seed phrase into the website. And of course, if someone gets a hold of your seed phrase, it's game over. They have complete access and control over your wallet. The second thing that could happen is they might ask you to connect your wallet to the website, and you might end up signing a malicious contract approval, which we're going to cover in these next few scams. So I'll touch more on that. Or three, it is possible that you just you actually download some malware. So maybe there's a link on the page, or you open the page and it automatically starts downloading malware onto your device, and you might not even realize it. So ultimately, it's just best to completely avoid emails, or if you receive text messages with links in it, just don't click the links. Don't even open the email. Send it to spam, delete the messages, and block those accounts. If you have any questions, just go to the website, type it in yourself, go to metamask.io or coinbase.com. And if there's an urgent message, it's going to pop up on the website. They're not going to just send it in an email. Now, scam number two, and I see a lot of people talking about this scam in my comments, and they're worried if just like having these coins in their wallet will affect them, if it's a risk, and that is spam coins. This is also known as the airdrop scam. And if you've ever seen like random tokens show up in any of your crypto wallets, they could show up on hot wallets like MetaMask or Coinbase wallet. They can also show up in any of your cold wallets. Basically, anyone can send tokens to your wallet. They don't need access to your wallet to do that. They can just take addresses they find and start sending crypto to people's wallets. So how to spot spam coins? If random coins appear in your wallet that you know you never purchased, then it's a spam coin. And the coin will likely have some value to it. It could be a couple cents. I've seen people receive coins that apparently have value of like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Also, you probably won't be able to sell the coin, especially if it has a lot of value. And I'll get more into detail on this, but the token's ownership isn't renounced, which means whoever created that token could still modify it. Maybe they could make it so you can't sell it if you can currently sell it, or maybe they can make it so they could still mint tokens. And yeah, so the token is still mintable, which just means they could basically create more of those tokens. And there will be a link to the token's website. So if you go to your wallet, tap the token, and you can usually look at like there's a more info section. At the bottom, there will be some kind of like website, probably a social media account. That could be, again, a phishing link. So here's a real example. This is one of my wallets. This is my Phantom wallet. And this Happy Cat, well, both Happy Cat and Grumpy Cat were coins that I've never purchased. They were randomly sent to my wallet. So I did a little investigating. I tapped on the Happy Cat token, and there were a couple red flags. The ownership is not renounced. So they can still modify this token, and how it works. Again, they can make it so you can't sell it. And the reason they would make it so that you can't sell a coin is if people started receiving this token in their wallet, and then they decided to put more money into it. They're basically just gathering a bunch of money. And then once there's enough money in it, they could actually lock the coin so no one can sell it, and then just extract that liquidity and take all the money for themselves. And then at the bottom, there is a link to the website. They also have a Telegram, and they even have an X account. And it isn't always like a phishing scam, but in most cases, it likely is, especially if you can't sell it. So, you know, you might go to the website and try to figure out why you can't sell it. They might have a spot where you connect your wallet. And again, you might sign a malicious contract approval, which would ultimately grant the scammer access to your wallet. Or it could just be a pump and dump, and they're just sending out tokens to a bunch of wallets so that it looks like there's a bunch of holders on chain and more people buy it. And then again, once they collect enough money, they just sell all their tokens and leave the project dead. So if you ever receive any spam tokens in your wallet, it's best to just not interact with them. You can hide them. There should be a feature in whatever wallet you use so you can hide them. Some wallets do a good job hiding them themselves. But don't try to sell them. Don't even try to transfer them. They're not doing any harm just sitting in your wallet. So I always just hide them and I forget about them. Now, speaking of malicious contract approvals, this is one of the most deadly crypto scams because a lot of people aren't aware of it, especially if you use a cold wallet. This is the one scam that could still that you could still fall victim to. And how to spot a malicious contract approval. So anytime you go to a website and maybe you swap crypto or they just need access to your crypto, you have to sign a contract approval, a smart contract approval. And to do this, you use your crypto wallet. Well, when you do that, you'll notice that there is a spend limit. And this is basically you telling the contract how much that contract is able to spend from your wallet. So maybe you're swapping like 1 ETH in your wallet to, I don't know, like a meme coin like Pepe. Well, you'd have to let that contract spend that 1 ETH so that I could swap it and then give you the Pepe. Well, sometimes these contract approvals are malicious, and what you're actually signing is complete control over that one asset. So then whoever you gave control to, they can basically come in and send that crypto to their own wallet. But yeah, how to spot malicious contract approvals, and I'm going to show you some examples. The contract requests an unlimited access approval, so you basically give them access to all your crypto. The website you're on isn't a well-known website, or it's a new website, so like new crypto projects, crypto mining pages, crypto airdrops. The link to the platform was sent to you without request. So again, that kind of goes back to like the phishing link. Unsolicited links are being sent to you maybe on social media, email, or like Telegram groups. Or unfortunately, all your crypto vanishes from your wallet. At that point, it's already too late and you've already fallen victim to this scam. But I want to show you what this actually looks like. So on this first screenshot right here, this is an example of a transaction approval on Uniswap, which is a decentralized crypto exchange. And with this swap, you can see right here, give this site permission to access your DAI. Do you trust this site? By granting this permission, you're allowing the site to access your funds. So right there, it's telling you, you're literally allowing the contract to access your funds. Now, if you select edit permissions, you can do things like set a custom spend limit. So let's say you have like 100 ETH in your wallet, but you're only swapping 1 ETH. You could set that custom spend limit to 1 ETH. So if it were a malicious contract approval, they would only have access to 1 ETH and not the full 100 ETH. But if it says unlimited, if the spend limit is unlimited, that could be a red flag because then they have access to all of that specific crypto. Ultimately, if you are interacting with any kind of contract approvals like this, it's best to use a burner wallet. And a burner wallet is basically just any wallet that's not your dedicated cold storage wallet. So if you have your one cold wallet where all your crypto is stored, you don't want to connect that wallet to websites and approve transactions because you could still fall victim to the scam. Because again, it's you who's signing over access to your wallet. So the wallet itself is secure, but this is more of a failure from the user. So what I like to do, if I'm going to like decentralized crypto exchanges, whether it's Uniswap or Pawn0x, or if I'm mining crypto, I send the amount of crypto that I need to my hot wallet. So maybe that's 1 ETH. I'll send that to my hot wallet like MetaMask. I will do the transaction. Maybe I'll swap it for a meme coin, and then I'll send that meme coin back to my cold wallet for safekeeping, just in case something does happen, right? But you never want to expose your dedicated cold wallet to any kind of potentially malicious contract approval. And one, you can actually revoke contract approvals. So let's say you sign one of these approvals, right? Even if it's not malicious, just to be safe, you can actually revoke access to these approvals, because once you grant access, it's usually granted forever. Like if you interact with some kind of decentralized platform and you grant access to a coin, it actually keeps that access. So I've used platforms like revoke.cash. And let me zoom in here. So this is revoke.cash. And basically you connect your wallet to this website, and then you can select, you can look at all the blockchains that your wallet has interacted with, and it will tell you every single contract approval that you have. It will tell you the amount that you approved, whether it's 1 ETH or unlimited, or maybe it was a specific token like an NFT. It will tell you the value that's at risk. It will tell you who the approved spender is. It'll tell you when it was last updated. And lastly, you can tap the revoke button and revoke the contract approval to these contracts. And by doing that, they no longer have access to your crypto. So if you maybe have already connected your cold wallet to a platform like Uniswap or maybe an NFT marketplace, and you are nervous that, maybe it could be hacked one day, you should go and revoke that. And you could use, again, revoke.cash to do that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, I call it a scam because I think it is a scam. But it's kind of like a gray area, and that's keeping your crypto on crypto exchanges. Now, I don't think crypto exchanges are bad or not secure even, but keeping your crypto on an exchange is where it gets kind of sketchy. Like I use crypto exchanges to buy, sell, and even swap some cryptos. But at this point, I don't keep any crypto on any crypto exchange. I don't care how reputable the exchange is, how long they've been around, how many customers they have. I really don't care, because all crypto exchanges are the same. They're all custodial wallets, which means they have full control over the keys to your wallet, which means they control your crypto. You don't have that control. So this isn't how to spot like a bad crypto exchange, but rather how to avoid crypto exchange issues. And the simplest way to avoid issues on crypto exchanges is to not store your crypto on any exchange. Of course, you want to use a trusted crypto exchange, all the tier 1 crypto exchanges. And a tier 1 crypto exchange is just one that has security audits. They have a lot of users, and ultimately they have a good reputation. Exchanges like Coinbase, Kraken, Crypto.com, Gemini, those are all tier 1 exchanges that I feel safe using. And also, you want to make sure your personal info is always up to date. If your address changes or your name changes, you want to go in and update that, because that can cause issues with your exchange account. And ultimately, you don't want to keep crypto on your exchanges. Now, this is what happens to a lot of people. It's happened to me. It's happened to my best friend. And it's happened to thousands of people on the internet. If you just go to Reddit and search like Coinbase frozen funds, you'll find plenty of threads. But crypto exchanges, they do freeze your funds and they do lock your account. I'm not saying it happens to everyone or happens all the time, but they can do this for pretty much any reason. Again, because they control your crypto. So on Coinbase, I had my funds frozen for 2 months. I bought some Ethereum. I hadn't used the platform for, I don't know, it was probably close to a year. And I didn't think anything of it. Bought some Ethereum. They froze my funds. So I couldn't sell it. I couldn't transfer it, which to me is a scam, because what if Ethereum 10x'd and I wanted to sell it? I wouldn't be able to, because they froze my funds. And then what happened to my friend is he had several $1,000s worth of Ethereum on Coinbase, and they locked his account for security concerns. Someone had tried to access his account, which is fine. I get that. But it took him almost a year to regain access to his Coinbase account. And he reached out to customer service and they just gave him the runaround, right? They just kept sending him to different people, getting nowhere. He went through all the verification steps again. He was sending photos of his ID. He was doing the selfie pictures. And they basically just told him, yeah, sorry, we can't help you. And it wasn't, and I'll always tell this story, but it wasn't until he threatened legal action that almost instantly they prioritized his support ticket, and within like the next day or two, they unlocked his account. But my point is, the crypto exchanges control your crypto. So it's fine to buy crypto on there. It's fine to sell crypto on exchanges, but don't keep your crypto on exchanges. So this is a tweet that I just came across, and it got like 9 million views, got a ton of interactions. But this was someone's screenshot from Coinbase, their Coinbase app, that said, your account is currently restricted. Coinbase will review your account internally and will send an email once our review is complete for further information. So this person's account is literally locked. They probably have a bunch of crypto on there, and it doesn't matter how much. It could be $100. It could be $1 million, and they can't access it. And there's no like ETA of when they'll unlock it, right? They just said, "Oh, we'll send you an email once we figure it out." Is a priority? Probably not. So that's just one example, real example that recently happened. But like I said, if you go to Reddit, and you could do this for any exchange, but if you type in like Coinbase froze funds, Coinbase locked account, Gemini froze funds, just put any crypto exchange and then type froze funds, and you're going to find a bunch of threads from people who have had different amounts of crypto locked on exchanges. I saw a guy recently who had $100,000 locked up on Coinbase. And again, to me, that's a scam. If you're paying money to get crypto and you can't access that crypto, you can't sell that crypto for a profit when you want to, that's a big issue. And scam number 5 are impersonation scams. So these are scams, like scammers pretending to be popular crypto companies. It could be hardware wallet companies like Ledger, or it could be a crypto exchange like Coinbase. And they basically reach out to you. It could be usually through email, even phone call, and they will, try to help you solve a problem. They'll create a problem and then try to help you solve it. I have a story where I actually had a problem and reached out to someone that I'll tell you in a second. But just a few ways to spot impersonation scams. If you get unsolicited contact via phone, email, or social media. If the scammer claims that you must act immediately to resolve the issue, that's always a huge red flag. That's called social engineering, where they really pull at your emotions. Again, it's usually urgency, fear, those kinds of things to get you to act quickly. If they request any sensitive information, obviously your seed phrase, any information relating to your crypto wallet, no one should ever need that. Never, ever. Unless they want access to your crypto and your funds, no one will ever need any kind of information about your wallet. If they ask you to visit any kind of website, it's likely a scam. Or if they request remote access to your desktop or mobile device. So this is what happened to me. When Coinbase froze my Ethereum, I was pissed off, right? So I went to Google, I typed in Coinbase customer support, and the first phone number popped up. And honestly, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, cool. So I give him a call. The guy answers. He's super professional. I told him, hey, you guys have my funds frozen. I want to get them unfrozen. I've been a Coinbase user for years. Okay, no problem. We can help you out. He gathered some basic information like my name, email associated with the account. Everything was pretty normal. He didn't ask me anything about my wallet. It wasn't until he was like, hey, what kind of computer do you use? I'm like, oh, I use this kind. He's like, okay. Now what you want to do is go to this random website. It was like a 4-letter website. It didn't even spell a word. Go to this website and then give me remote access to your computer. What? Yeah. So obviously I didn't go through with that. And that was the closest I've actually ever come to being scammed. And looking back at it now, I'm like, I was an idiot. Why did I even fall for that? But I was emotional. I was so pissed that my funds were locked that they almost got me. And, that's how they do it. And I actually, this video right here, this warning, this crypto scam could cost you. This is a video I did recently on my channel. And I actually called one of these Coinbase scammers, fake Coinbase support, and I go through the entire scam call. So if you haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out because I basically expose them. And at the end, I actually call them out for being a scammer. It's pretty funny. But if you want to see how this specific impersonation scam works, you should definitely go check out that video. And I will try to take some questions here in a second once I'm finished going over this stuff. So if you do have any questions about stuff, make sure you're posting it in the live chat. So what is the solution to all these scams? Well, obviously the first solution is to know that they exist. Now you do know how to avoid them. Hopefully you learned some new ways to avoid these scams. But ultimately, you want to use a cold wallet, right? A cold wallet is the closest thing that we have to a vault in crypto, at least in my opinion. And the reason why cold wallets are more secure than crypto exchanges like Coinbase or hot wallets like Coinbase Wallet or MetaMask is that they store the keys to your wallet, the keys used to access your crypto, offline on the physical device. And most reputable cold wallets will use a secure element chip to store those keys. And this chip is the same kind of chip used in electronic passports and bank cards to secure private information. In the case of our wallets, it's securing the keys. And most cold wallets, in fact, all cold wallets have additional security features that exchanges and hot wallets don't have. The secure element chip is one, PIN protection, biometric authentication. Some even have like a self-destruct mechanism, passphrase or hidden wallets. These are all additional security features that cold wallets provide. And most cold wallets are immune to both digital, so like if you download malware onto your device, and physical, like a brute force attack where someone actually gets their hands on your wallet and uses special tools to try to hack it. Of course, they have to have the knowledge to do that. But most cold wallets are immune to all those kinds of hacks. So if you keep your crypto secured using a cold wallet, the likelihood that you're going to be hacked is almost non-existent unless you make your cold wallet a hot wallet by connecting it to a website and signing one of those malicious contract approvals. And that's why I say, if you're using a dedicated cold storage wallet, keep it cold. Don't sign contract approvals with it. Use either another cold wallet to do that, or just use a hot wallet, right? But that wallet where a majority of your portfolio is stored, keep it cold, and probably like 0.1% chance that you'll ever be hacked. I'm not going to say it's impossible because nothing's impossible. But this is the way that I've been doing it for about 5 years now. And I've never been hacked. I almost got scammed, the one that I just told you about. But ultimately, I could sleep well at night knowing my crypto is secure. And I know a lot of people, especially if you just have your crypto stored on an exchange and you haven't had any issues, right? I do encourage you to really research custodial wallets, and I have videos on my channel like Crypto Wallet Explain. That's a really good video that goes into this stuff. But again, research exchanges, look at hot wallets. Hot wallets are vulnerable because the keys that are used to access your crypto are stored in the software of the hot wallet, which is kept on your internet connected device like your phone or computer. And those are vulnerable to malware. They're vulnerable to hacks, right? So those are not good solutions for storing your crypto, especially long-term. And by long-term, I mean probably anything over a couple weeks. It's not worth the risk. I had one of my subscribers call me like a couple weeks ago. He was using a reputable hot wallet to store $3,500 worth of Bitcoin. He had his seed phrase to his hot wallet stored on his computer, right? And at some point, because he had never connected that wallet to a website or signed like any transaction approval, he was only using it as a means for storage. Well, at some point, he downloaded some malware onto his device, and eventually his seed phrase was compromised, and he woke up one Sunday and his Bitcoin was gone. That wouldn't happen if you use a cold wallet. So, my favorite cold wallets. I have a lot of favorite cold wallets. I have videos on my channel going over some of my favorite cold wallets, or if you just type in best cold wallets of 2024, you'll find my list. But as far as security and best for beginners, Tangem and Ledger are my two favorite wallets. And I know a lot of you who watch this channel, this is probably a repeat for you. At this point, you could probably recite it to someone else as well, which isn't a bad thing, right? But first one, Tangem, is literally just a card, super durable. And the only thing in this card is an NFC antenna that goes around the edge and then a secure element chip inside of it. And it's an EAL 6+ secure element chip, which is basically the most secure element you'll find in any cold wallet. And again, that protects your keys from both physical and digital attacks. You can set up a 12 or 24 word seed phrase using your Tangem wallet. Or if you want to completely eliminate the risk of exposing your seed phrase or losing it, Tangem is one of the only wallets that lets you set up a seedless wallet. So it doesn't even generate a seed phrase. It just generates the private keys that is stored on the card, and you'll never have access. You'll never know those keys, so you'll never be able to expose them. So when you order a Tangem wallet, you get 2 or 3 cards, and then just the card is the backup. And by doing that, you'll definitely never expose your seed phrase since you don't have one. But if you lose all your cards, you would lose access to your crypto. That's why I prefer to set up my Tangem wallet using a seed phrase. And hopefully you know how to avoid, losing your crypto to a seed phrase scam. You just don't give them your seed phrase, right? Tangem also uses an access code, which is basically like a user-generated password to prevent people from accessing your cards. Even if they steal your cards and download the Tangem app on their own phone, they still won't be able to access your wallet because they don't know your access code. Even if they stole your phone and the card, again, they still wouldn't be able to access your wallet because they don't have the access code. Like I said, it's a discrete card design. It is mobile only. So the only thing you need to use this, because it doesn't have a battery or anything, there's no cords, but the only thing you need to use Tangem is a card and your iOS or Android mobile device. And using the NFC technology, you just hold it up to your phone and you can approve transactions that way. It is temperature and waterproof resistant, and it's also resistant to EMPs, electrostatic discharges, and X-ray machines. So if you're someone who travels a lot, maybe you're a digital nomad, but you don't want to have to leave your crypto at home, Tangem is, in my opinion, the best cold wallet for travel. But if you prefer to use your cold wallet on a desktop device, then I would recommend Ledger. Ledger has been around for a long time. They've gone through their rough times with some different controversy, but that at the end of the day, I think Ledger is one of the better cold wallets on the market, especially for beginners. The Ledger Flex here, really good for beginners. It walks you through the entire setup process step by step, and it explains like why you're going through each step. So it's not just showing you how to do it, but why you're doing it. It also has PIN and passphrase protection. This one does come with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. You get about 10 hours of use on a full charge. It does use an e-ink touchscreen, so kind of like the Kindles. And Ledger is the only hardware wallet company to use a secure touchscreen. And even on the Ledger Nano X and Ledger Nano S Plus, they still use secure screens as well, just not a touchscreen. And what that means is a secure element, the chip that stores your key, is connected directly to the screen, or in the case of the Nano S Plus and the Nano X, it's connected directly to the buttons. Most other cold wallets use like an MCU in between the secure element and the screen, which could be a potential vulnerability. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying potentially. So it just basically eliminates that vulnerability. And again, Ledger is the only wallet with that technology. And you can also use the Ledger Flex, which is this wallet, as a passkey. So for any website that you have a 2FA set up on, you can actually use this wallet as your 2FA, which is super cool. And the Flex is desktop and mobile compatible. So it does work on like Linux, Mac, Windows, iOS, and Android mobile devices. And if you want to learn more about either of these wallets, or you are going to purchase one, I have links in the description of this video. I have my full hands-on review where I go like way more in depth about all these wallets. And I have a discount code. Tangem is 20% off right now, just for Black Friday, but all other times of the year, if you use my code CyberSkrilla, you get 10% off. And Ledger is having a crazy deal right now. It's like $70 worth of free Bitcoin if you buy the Ledger Flex, or 40% off the Ledger Nano X, which looks like this, as well as 40% off the Ledger Nano S Plus, which is like a smaller version of the Ledger Nano X. And again, this deal is only for Black Friday, but the link in the description will usually have some kind of deal running year round. So if you do want to check those out, and again, I have reviews for those. Those are the wallets that I recommend, but they're not the only good wallets. That's just what I recommend to beginners. If you've never used a cold wallet before, definitely check those out. All right, so I do have some time to go through some of these questions. So hopefully you guys have been dropping questions here. Let's see what we got. Just bought a Ledger Nano X today, Miguel. Awesome. The Ledger Nano X was the first hardware wallet that I ever bought. This is still that same one. It's from 2021. So yeah, I've owned it for quite some time now. It does still work. Never been hacked. So Ledger Nano X is a great entry-level wallet, really simple to use, and it's really affordable. So that's glad that you got Ledger Nano X, Miguel. Oh, and it comes with a chain, so you can, that's cool. So you can kind of wear it like a necklace. If you want like a wearable cold wallet, guys, this is a cold wallet. This is the Tangent Ring. It works exactly the same as the cards that I just explained. So if you are looking for a wearable cold wallet, this is one of the only wearable cold wallets on the market. And again, it's 20% off right now. Otherwise, it's 10% off every time of the year. So Miguel, you received Grumpy Cat and Happy Cat because you pre-ordered Solana mobile phone. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not saying that's like any official, that those coins have any official relationship to the Solana mobile phone. I don't even want to speculate that. But what a lot of people will do is scammers will watch, certain projects, and you can view that project on the blockchain, and you can see all the wallets who are involved in that project, such as if you pre-order the Solana phone, and then they'll send out those scam coins. So just be careful. Let's see here. Boredom, thanks for joining the live stream again. I know you've been in a couple of my past live streams. Can you explain gas fees on a DEX and how it pertains to buying and selling? So gas fees are just blockchain fees. They're not just for DEX. Anytime you transact using the blockchain, which is anytime you transact with crypto, you have to pay a gas fee, right? And depending on what you're doing, you could pay more or less. But if you're swapping crypto using a DEX, you're going to pay a transaction fee for that swap. And again, it really just depends what network you're swapping on. If you're swapping on a network like Solana, it's probably only going to be 5 cents. If you're swapping on a network like Ethereum, depending how busy the network is, it could range anywhere from $5 upwards of hundreds of dollars. So gas fees, again, they're just blockchain fees that are paid to people around the world who are helping secure the network using their own computers, running their own nodes, and using their own electricity to keep the network up and running. And let's see, I think gonna put someone in timeout for posting some spam. No spam on the channel. Unacceptable. Jetpack. That's why you only use Coinbase to buy or cash out, not hold. Exactly. Jetpack gets it. You use crypto exchanges as an exchange, not as a wallet, not as a place to keep your crypto. You use it to buy, sell. Buying crypto, that's on-ramping, so turning fiat into crypto, and then off-ramping, turning crypto into fiat. That's really the only thing you should be using crypto exchanges for. And another good point, Jetpack, you can cash out on a wallet, no need to go to exchange. Both those wallets that I just showed, Ledger, Tangent, and really any other cold wallet, will allow you to sell certain cryptocurrencies directly for cash straight to your bank account from the cold wallet. So yeah, a lot of the times you don't need to use an exchange to sell your crypto. However, exchanges usually have slightly better fees versus selling directly from your cold wallet. So that is something to consider. Coinbase customer service is crap too. Yes, Coinbase customer service is terrible. Unfortunately, that's most of the crypto industry, which is crazy because Coinbase is like, I'm pretty sure it's a multi-billion-dollar company at this point, and yeah, their customer service is complete crap. Zevi Yosef, what's your take on the best overall cold wallet for 2025? I always say best is subjective. What's best for me might not be best for you. I will say if you're a complete beginner and you're nervous to take the jump into using a cold wallet, Tangem is going to be your best bet. This is what I recommend to my friends and family who are coming from a crypto exchange and are looking to secure their crypto. It takes like 3 to 5 minutes to set up, even if you've never set up a wallet before. And it's just extremely user-friendly because of the Tangem app. And I forgot to mention, but in the Tangem app, which is, the app that you'll use to manage this wallet, you can buy, sell, swap, and stake your crypto directly in the app. So if you have like crypto staked on an exchange like Coinbase, you can actually unstake that, transfer it to your Tangem wallet, and stake it there, depending on the crypto. But it does have staking for like Solana and a few other coins right now. And so does Ledger. Best overall cold wallet, though, again, it really depends. I could tell you like my top favorite brands or companies. I'd say Tangem, Ledger, Trezor, OneKey, and Keystone are probably my top favorite crypto wallet brands right now. Marlin, what to do if Coinbase sends you an email saying your email address has been compromised by a source other than Coinbase and recommends that you create a new email for your Coinbase account? That sounds like a scam. I don't know how Coinbase would know that your email is compromised. I would definitely, if you've already accessed that email, maybe go back to it and look at the address of who actually sent the email. Like if I go back to that example, to the email example, look right here, like where I have it outlined in red, Coinbase support. This one is from museum whatever at T. It's not actually from Coinbase support. So I would definitely check that. That just doesn't really make any sense to me. So I would be very cautious of that. Let's see. Fordham, I got replies from Coinbase through Twitter X. If you're talking about like comments or DMs or something, yeah, you're probably talking to chat bots. So like if you mention there are like certain words that you mention on X, like if you mention the word like scam or MetaMask or Coinbase account, like those actually trigger bots that will then come flood your comments and they'll be like, oh, reach out to this email for customer support. So be careful. I don't respond to any of those. I don't interact with any exchanges online. Most exchanges and crypto companies will never DM you, and they're never going to, offer you like help through a DM on social media. Very, very sketchy. Cannot double your crypto number. Let's see if you're cashing out. Another question: if you're cashing out from a cold wallet into an exchange during a bull run, is it a danger of having the exchange lock up due to congestion? It's a possibility. A few months ago, back when Bitcoin pumped, not like it pumped now, but when it had like its first initial pump a few months ago, Coinbase actually crashed for, I don't remember how long, maybe it was like an hour or so. So it is possible. Usually, you'll probably be able to tell. You'd probably want to, access the website before you send your crypto and check that. That's why I like to have like multiple crypto exchange accounts ready to go. I really don't use Coinbase anymore because they piss me off, but I've got like a Kraken account set up, Gemini, crypto.com. The more, planning you do, the better. That way, just because one exchange goes down doesn't mean they all go down. So worst case, you can always cash out directly from your wallet. So you could sell crypto for fiat using your cold wallet, and it'll send it straight to your bank. Again, the fees are a lot higher though. Karen's crazy sister got your Tangem wallet, used my code. Thank you for your support. And you're new to crypto. Pray for me. I'll definitely pray for you. Keep learning. And most importantly, like learn the fundamentals, learn how to manage your crypto, learn about what scams to avoid, and learn how to use your cold wallet effectively. It looks like you're already on the right track. You got your Tangem card. Now just, take the advice from this video and put it to use. Interesting statistic, about 10%, probably a little less of people who are into crypto actually own a cold wallet. That's probably why so many people get scammed. So if you own a cold wallet right now, and if you're using it, you're in the top 10% of, I'd say, like crypto security conscious users. So good job. Let's see. It takes 6 days for my deposit to go through on the Coinbase exchange. Can I still move assets to a cold wallet or wait until day 6? It takes 6 days for my deposit to go through on the Coinbase. So I'm not sure exactly what you're saying. Sometimes Coinbase, again, will freeze your funds and you have to wait until that countdown. They usually will tell you how many days it's frozen for. You have to wait for those days to pass before you can even transfer your crypto to a cold wallet. So healthy body and mind. You can keep your crypto completely safe on an exchange without worrying about wallets by putting a restriction on your account. No scammer. Yeah, but that's not really my concern. The exchange is my concern. I understand that crypto exchanges can be safe, but if you keep your crypto on an exchange, you don't control your crypto. Again, they can freeze your funds and lock your account. That's not good, right? The point of crypto is to be your own bank. If you keep your crypto on an exchange, you're not your own bank because they're still controlling your funds. So I would not recommend keeping your crypto on an exchange. I don't. So let's see. Old Man Jenkins. Love that name. I'm thinking of buying a new phone and only use it for Bitcoin crypto. I ordered Tangem and about to purchase Trezor Safe 5. You can definitely do that. It's not necessary. I don't do that. You can, if you want a dedicated phone for your Tangem wallet. I don't know if it'll help much because cold wallets are cold for a reason. So even if something were to happen to your phone or your computer, they're not going to gain access to your wallet because the keys to your wallet are stored offline on the physical device. That's the point of a cold wallet. But you can definitely do that if you want to for added security. I will say the Trezor Safe 5 also does not work on like iOS phones. Trezor is mainly a desktop wallet, so it works on Mac, Windows, and Linux devices. And I think there's some support for Android mobile app, but if you're using like an iOS device, you cannot manage your crypto using a Trezor wallet on an iOS device. Bex, do you know when Tangem will release Tangem Pay? So I have no idea the exact date. Last I heard, it's going to be sometime in 2025. And for those of you who don't know, Tangem Pay is basically a crypto debit card kind of deal. Tangem is partnering with Visa, and you will be able to use this card to spend your crypto at over 90 million different Visa terminals around the world. And this is a completely separate product from the Tangem wallet, and you will be able to use any crypto wallet with Tangem Pay, whether it's MetaMask, Ledger. But no, I don't know an exact release date. Last I heard was Q1 of 2025. If I had to guess, it would probably be later in the year in 2025. Mickey Gutierrez, what amazing content. You're awesome. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for being here. A1. Say one only has less than a few hundred worth of crypto on an exchange. Do fees to move into a cold wallet worth paying, or should you wait till like 1,000 worth? I mean, considering you can get a cold wallet like Tangem for $50, I think it's worth it. What happens when that $300 worth of crypto, 10x's and it's $3,000, right? I don't know. That's kind of up to you. I don't keep any crypto on an exchange. And as far as fees, it really depends what network your crypto is on. Something like Ethereum, it could cost quite a bit to transfer, depending when you transfer. But I always tell people you can do a test transfer, like just, set up an external wallet like MetaMask or whatever, and go through the steps of sending crypto out of Coinbase, but don't actually send it. And it'll tell you how much the fees are going to be at that time, at least. But again, it's like I always say, if you have like $50 worth of crypto, you should probably put it in a cold wallet, because a cold wallet costs $50. You can get a good cold wallet for $50. So I literally, like, the most I have on any crypto exchange right now is like $1.43. That's just because I'll cash it out once I transfer more crypto there to cash out. So, Old Man Jenkins, watch out for Coinbase email scammers. If you look at their actual emails, something funky. Yeah, exactly what I was talking about earlier. And I get Coinbase email scams every single day, along with MetaMask. Definitely watch out. There's no fees to move, only to trade or swap. That is not true. Transferring crypto requires a fee as well. Any transaction on the blockchain incurs a fee. A1, if you trade crypto on an exchange, then how much you keep on there at one time is different than just buying and holding. Again, I don't keep any crypto on exchanges. If I'm sending crypto to an exchange, it's because I'm planning to take profit and cash out. So let's say I'm sending, 1 ETH to Coinbase. I'm going to send that ETH, then I'm going to sell it for fiat, my native currency USD, and then I'm going to send it to my bank. Karen, yeah, I'm watching all your videos. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Do you need MoonPay for Tangem? If you are, it's either buying or selling, you will need to set up a MoonPay account. You could do that directly through the Tangem app. And then you'll also need a merkeryo.io account. Again, just do all this directly through the Tangem app. It walks you through every step. Hey, happy to hear I'm in the top 10% of secure crypto holders, except I've been waiting for a week to get my Tangem wallet. Yeah, I mean, you'll get it eventually. It's the busiest time of year for, mail and stuff. Even I'm an Amazon Prime member, and I got like an overnight package. Well, it's been like 4 days now and I still don't have it. So you just have to be patient this time of year, especially just a lot of traffic, both on the roads and, in the mail system. So just be patient. A1, with Tangem, when go with seed phrase, how does the words come if you're using the phone? If you don't know if phone is compromised, is still secure to create? So yeah, like when you create a seed phrase using Tangem, it is displayed on your phone screen in the app. Currently, there's no known malware that could affect the Tangem app. And the seed phrase also isn't stored anywhere on the app or on your device. It's only displayed long enough for you to record it. Then once you move on to the next step, it's completely erased. So I'm not worried about it personally. Also, Tangem has sold more than 2 million wallets since 2017. Not a single one has been hacked. Joel, quick question. Are you going to be recording these live streams so I can watch them later? I apologize. So all my live streams are uploaded directly to YouTube. So yes, everything is recorded. You can always rewatch them. Good question. Yeah, again, if you're waiting for any of your wallets to be delivered, guys, this is the busiest time of year. Just be patient. Oh, and I'll put a vote for doing a video on how to move your crypto from one platform to the next to cash out with as many. So Joel, I've already done a ton of videos on like how to cash out crypto. You can see if you just search like how to sell using Tangem wallet on YouTube, I have a video showing like how to do it with specific wallets. Or if you look at my crypto wallets explained video, I believe I also go over that in that video. Anytime, how to transfer all my tokens from MetaMask to Tangem. So I have a video on my page. You can just type into YouTube how to transfer crypto from Tangem wallet. And in that video, I show you how to transfer it from crypto exchange to Tangem, how to transfer from a hot wallet to Tangem. In that video, I use Phantom wallet as an example, it's the exact same steps for MetaMask. Follow those exact steps and you'll be successful. Old Man Jenkins, I explained to my wife that many people in the world are tired of the currencies devaluing Bitcoin, crypto, the future. Yeah, I mean, no one knows the future for sure. I think certain cryptocurrencies could be here for a long time. Obviously, Bitcoin has the majority vote, considering it's like over a $1 trillion market cap. But yeah, it does suck that the dollar is losing value. So if you're holding fiat, you're technically losing money. So that is kind of a shame. Is the Fold Visa card safe to leave Bitcoin? I don't know what Fold Visa card is. I wouldn't leave any Bitcoin on. That sounds more of like a centralized thing. You probably don't know your seed phrase, right? If you don't know your seed phrase, then that's going to be like some kind of custodial wallet. So no, I wouldn't keep my Bitcoin on a Fold Visa card. And I don't think most people don't use Bitcoin to like buy stuff. The way that I see Bitcoin is more like a store of value. So I don't know. If you're using Bitcoin to buy stuff, I just think that's interesting. Not saying it's right or wrong, but maybe consider storing your Bitcoin and using it more as a store of value than like spending it on stuff. What's the best exchange to cash out? Really just depends. Any tier 1 exchange you could try out. There's Kraken, Gemini, KuCoin, Crypto.com. A lot of people use Coinbase. Again, I don't use Coinbase anymore. You just kind of have to go and test them out. I like Kraken. That's probably my preferred exchange, but I've heard people have had bad experience on Kraken. So, it just depends. But I would say just look up the top tier 1 exchanges and choose one. Joel, when you cash out, hopefully at the top of the bull run, is it smart to move your crypto to a stable coin, or will the stable coin experience a drop when the bull run is over as well? I mean, no one knows for sure, but if you've seen my how to take crypto profit video, I do recommend turning your crypto into a stable coin. So something like USDC. The reason it's a stable coin is because they're technically pegged to the price of the US dollar. So just like when crypto's fluctuating, stable coins don't really fluctuate that much. So that's why I say it's potentially a good way to take profit. And that way you can kind of, cash out as needed, because most crypto exchanges have a withdrawal limit of like $100,000 per day. But so you can take advantage of the pump, yeah, you'd probably want to swap into some type of stable. That way the crypto isn't going up and down. You've basically secured your profits. Mike, I have a Ledger Nano S or Ledger Nano passphrase and waiting for my flex. Is it better to create a new seed phrase or keep the old one that was created 3 years ago? It really just depends. If you're considering diversifying, which isn't never a bad idea, then you might just want to create a new seed phrase and keep, a certain amount on one seed phrase and a certain amount on another. That's always a good idea. Or if you just want to manage one wallet and you're confident that the seed phrase you've been using for the past 3 years hasn't been exposed because you've connected it to like any websites or signed malicious contract approvals, then you could just import it into the Ledger Flex and you'll be good to go. But again, diversification, always a good idea. Is exchanging your crypto inside Tangem hidden from the government? So really anything you do on the blockchain is not hidden from the government. The blockchain is a digital public ledger. So anyone can look at all your transactions. Anyone can see what you have in your wallet, unless you're using some kind of private network, which most people don't do. A lot of those like private blockchain networks, exchanges don't even allow them to operate on their exchange because they're illegal, because they're used for like money laundering and other illegal activities. So I would say yes, the government can see everything you're doing, especially if you have cash going in and out of your bank account, right? Where's it going? How did you send $100 to somewhere and now it's $1,000? Like, how do you explain that, right? If you're worried about like taxes and stuff, because maybe you are curious about paying taxes on it, that is your responsibility as a crypto user. So you got to figure it out. I do have videos on my channel how to file crypto taxes, and you do want to report all the crypto exchanges you use and all your crypto wallet addresses. Not financial advice. I'm not a tax advisor, but I just don't want to go to jail. So I report all of my crypto transactions. But yeah, I would say anything you're doing in crypto, the government can see it if they really want to. Yeah, exactly. Tornado cash. Exactly. How long are you comfortable to leave your crypto on an exchange you utilize limit orders, which is not available on wallet? I don't utilize limit orders, right? I just pay attention. If the market's going up, then I'm ready to sell. I don't keep crypto on exchanges. I don't think it's worth the risk, even to use limit orders. So that's just me. You can do what you want. Yeah, in theory, stable coins won't drop in value, but they could. They could. It's happened before. They can depeg from the dollar. So it's not a guarantee. Don't know how much chat you want to do in particular coins, but I like to ask if you prefer coins with higher liquidity pools rather than lower. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about any particular project or any investment advice. That's not something I do. So yeah, there's just too much that goes into determining which coin is a scam and which isn't. I'll say that 99% of crypto projects on the market today are scams. That's my opinion. So choose wisely. All right, guys. Well, again, if you're interested in the Tangent wallet or the Ledger Flex to secure your crypto, I have discounts and links to both these wallets in the description, along with my hands-on review. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. Share it with anyone else in crypto. Help everyone stay secure. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace out. God bless.